Timing is everything in life. Well, not everything, but it surely helps with certain things like scheduling videos for your YouTube channel, for example. You see, I bought the Elektron Digitakt back in January for my birthday. Happy birthday to me. And I've been planning on doing a video about it ever since. But you know, life got in the way, as it usually does. So this video that I've been wanting to make got pushed back a week, then another week, and another week, and here we are. But yeah, the original idea was to make a video in conjunction with the SP404 NK2, because I think that the Digitakt and the SP404 complement each other really well. The Digitakt can really slice samples or time stretch, and the SP404 NK2 can do both things. On the other hand, the SP404 NK2, while having a step sequencer, is not the best step sequencer in the world, and you can arguably say that the best thing about Digitakt and in general Elektron products, it's the amazing sequencer. Yeah, you can argue that the Digitakt's core strengths are the SP404 MK2 core weaknesses and vice versa. So that was the premise of that video. The problem is that while I was working on that video, Elektron decided to throw a massive wrench in the works. And it's even weird to say, but I'm so glad they did. Or at least I'm very glad that I waited all this time to make a video about the Digitakt. What is up, greedy guts? It's your boy Big Umami, and this is Digitakt's 1.5 update, Endgame. Or thank that I'm a lazy bastard, or this would have been a huge waste of time. So Elektron released this massive update exactly a week ago on Wednesday, and let's just cut to the chase. They gave us warp and slice. This machine has been out since 2017, and that's pretty much how long fans have been waiting for this. Many people, me included, aware of the idea that these two features were the only two things that will make this machine absolutely perfect. And now they're here. So this is a huge development in the Digitakt's story. So without any further ado, let's just dive into it. Okay, so I'm in a new project. I'm gonna select track 8. And let's choose a different sample, one I made especially for this video. It's a 4-bar piano loop. I believe this is 128 BPM, so we need to extend the loop to 4 bars on the Digitakt as well by pressing Func plus Page. Click yes, we select the track, we go into record or edit mode. I'm going to put a note on 1, and I'm going to make sure that this note is going to be 64 steps long. I'll turn the metronome on, and you will hear that it's completely out of time with the project's BPM, which is set to 120. This is exactly the kind of situation where you need time warping, so let's do just that by pressing Func plus Source and select the new machine called Warp, which is basically time warp. So you can tell it works, because even if we change the BPM, the sample stays locked in. And we'll do just that, because I do want this beat to be faster. This is pretty good, it does its job fundamentally, but as you can hear, there are quite a few artifacts in the final result. This can certainly be due to the sample itself, and quality may be better for some things like drum loops, for example, but I've tried quite a few sounds and I've come to the conclusion that the stretching algorithm, while serviceable, is just not jaw-dropping Ableton level quality, and that's okay. I'm just glad it made its way on the machine. Anyway, you can hear some clicks, and I can adjust this with the segment size, maybe make it 1/8. So the way this works is that the warp machine will divide the loop into segments, and you can decide the length of those: 1/8, 1/16, 1/32. And in this case, 1/8 sounds good to me. We also have a new bit reduction function, which is super cool. In warp mode, you can also change the number of bars. So if it's a 4-bar loop, 99% of the time you'll want to select 4 bars. But you can also play around with this and get some cool wacky shizzle like this. Pretty cool. Anyway, you also have the possibility to reverse the loop and of course adjust the tuning. By the way, it's worth mentioning that you can also play in chromatic mode, and it will keep the same tempo regardless of the pitch. Now, anytime I press a note, there's a tail after I let it go. I don't want that, so I'll turn the decay all the way down. And I also turn the overdrive up. Now, I'm curious about one thing. Let's go into the LFO page to do some vibrato on the sample's pitch, and let's see how it's gonna affect the timing of the sample now that we are locked in work mode. Let's adjust it. It sounds pretty cool, and most importantly, it's still locked in. Of course, I'm not changing it all that much, but hey, it still works. Now, let me add a second LFO and let me see what parameters I can play with. Let's try bit reduction. Oof, that's very, very cool. It adds a nice little rhythmic element to the whole thing. Okay, let's select track 5, and this time let's choose a different machine. Let's select the slice machine. I can't wait to try that out. Let's select a sample. I think we're gonna go classic with this. Let's find a classic break. We'll put it in chromatic mode. And that's insane. That is perfectly sliced up and ready to be played. Let's try with a different sample, because I want to put it to the test. There we go, I know this will be a little bit more complicated. First of all, let's turn the decay down, and let's fool around in the source page. Cool, so basically this is the number of slices that the sample would be cut into. The length, I don't know about length. I think it might just be the length of the slices. Sounds like it. Cool, let's fool around and start making some beats. But I think I'm gonna go back to the previous break. It's a more classic sound, which I enjoy quite a bit more. I'm gonna lay down the snares by playing them live. It would be oh so cool to have the ability to select a particular slice, go into rec mode and lay down notes just for that particular slice like you do on the Pocket Operator PO33, but you can't have everything you want in life. So on the Digitakt it's either live recording or you lay down the notes on the sequencer and then you automate the slice parameter like I'm doing right now. Let's lay down a kick. I'm gonna choose a sample, then probably gonna live record it. Not quite sure what to play here, so I'm gonna lay down some open hi-hats first. They usually set the tone for me and make me decide faster what I like to do for the rest of the drums. There it is. Oops, got that wrong. Cool, I think I know what I want to do with the kicks now. Let me play with some parameters here. Let's turn the main sample down in pitch. Sounds much cooler now. Let's add some effects as well. Now let's add a clap and let's turn the decay down a bit. Okay, I guess this is the time to add the bass. I'm gonna use single cycle waveforms, which are so cool, but this is not the video to explain them in detail. So instead, I'll leave a link to the video that does, although I do it on my trusty Walker sample too. But by all means, go and check it out. Cool, now that we have a bass, let's finally try the last machine, repitch. I'm gonna use this on shakers, so let's find a shaker sample. Let's lay a note on the first and adjust the note length to 64 again. So this basically does the same thing as warp, meaning that it adapts the timing of the sample to the main project's timing, but it doesn't time stretch. Instead, it will adjust the pitch accordingly. So the loop's timing will stay precise, but as the project's BPM goes up or down, the sample's pitch also goes up or down. Let's listen together. That's pretty cool. Let's also add a cool vocal sample, and let's just leave this in classic mode. No warping, no slicing, nothing. So this is a pretty cool beat, eh? Well, enjoy it while it lasts, because that's pretty much as far as I went with this, because I didn't save the project, I switched the machine off, and then I actually unplugged the cord from the socket because I needed some space to charge something else, and Digitakt decided to completely erase my project. So I don't really know what happened here. I was having such a blast, and I'm sorry to cut this video short, but I really don't have the time to make a new beat and start from scratch. But next week I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep working on the Digitakt. Let me know what you want me to do with this machine now that it's got these amazing new features. I'm thinking about making a Will It episode, possibly hip-hop. What do you guys think? Because now obviously it can slice, so I can have a little bit of fun making maybe a boom bap beat on this thing. So yeah, the usuals, go to my website bigumami.com for cool samples. Some samples that I've used in this video are also on my website, or maybe go to buymeacoffee.com/bigumami and like and subscribe and all that stuff. Here's some more SB404 stuff, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.